Hey, Dancho here. Welcome back to my series on the cut and added content for the final season of Attack on Titan. As always, you can find the previous episodes on my channel, but for this video we will be looking at episode 3. I would like to get something out of the way that I mentioned in last week's video, and that is that the anime did in fact include Reiner's flashbacks. I guess they just rearranged the order, so I'm glad I didn't discuss them in that video. So to Mappa, I would just like to say, the first difference was during Reiner's training. In the manga we see Marcel outdoing him in the endurance test, Berthold outperforming him during the shooting test, as well as Annie beating his ass during the combat test. This would have been a great callback for when she did the same thing to Eren and Reiner in season 1, if you remember. We were also denied this meme that Isayama somehow snuck into the manga. Something that was also skipped over was Reiner going home to his mother with his new armband, signifying that he was accepted as a warrior candidate. They have a touching mother and son moment just before we cut to the scene where all the warriors are training together, like in the anime. During the scene where Berthold speaks to Annie, but she says she wasn't paying attention, in the manga she says, "Come on, let's go," but in the anime it's kind of like... Moving on, there was a panel left out of Magath giving a rundown of the plan to the cadets and informing them which of them will be going to Parity to retake the founder. Sorry Porco, maybe next time. We also get to see Reiner talking to his mother before getting on the boat, and she tells him that his father is praying for his success. To be honest, it's a good thing that the anime left this out, because we already know how delusional Reiner's mother is, and how the impacts of being discriminated against due to her blood has had an effect on her. The focus should be on Reiner's new resolve to be a hero despite not having a father figure, and the anime did this well by cutting straight to that, after his encounter with his dad. At least now we can add Reiner's dad to the list of shit anime dads. When Reiner and the rest are on the island, we start off with them already having traveled a decent distance into the island. In the manga they actually start off in the border to heaven, which is where Eren and the others reached at the end of the last season, and where Grisha had his fateful encounter with the owl. Here, Magath gives them instructions on what to do on the mission and sees them off. The anime continues as normal until the scene where Marcel is eaten by Ymir. The scene plays out exactly the same in the manga, except that Reiner is seen thinking about how he is a chosen warrior entrusted with the Armored Titan, who will punish the island devils in order to become a hero who will save everyone. After regrouping, Berthold didn't say much during this scene in the anime, but in the manga he was supposed to respond to Reiner's comment on how they were told there wouldn't be any Titans where they were. Berthold replies by telling him off that not every Titan will be acting according to their plans, questioning if Reiner even remembers that they learned this in class. As Annie and Berthold walked away from him, he also was supposed to have a flashback of his mother, where she said the same lines that Mappa cut out from earlier. Again, I still think this wasn't too important, and the anime did an excellent job at showing Reiner's desperation despite not having this. The next change is a colossal difference between the anime and the manga. It was when the trio launched their attack on Wall Maria. The anime cut straight to Berthold using the Colossal Titan to break down the gate. However, in the manga the scene starts off with Annie carrying the other two as the female Titan, using her ability to call Titans as they approach the wall. After getting tired, Reiner switches with her for the remaining distance and lets Berthold down. There is a nice shot of Berthold looking up at the massive wall in awe, pondering whether he can destroy something so grand. Spoiler alert, he did. Reiner is also shown watching from afar as he waits for Berthold to destroy it. After the wall is destroyed, Reiner is attacked by the pure Titans that Annie called previously, but quickly shrugs them off in order to rescue Berthold from the creepy Titan, Dina. He scales the wall and leaves Annie and Berthold there to keep them safe, before descending down into the town below. It is a shame that all of this content was left out, since this is the scene that started this legendary story. This is the first time the audience gets to see what things were like from the other side. There is also some dialogue that takes place before the trio joins the scouts, which was left out of the anime. They discuss their plans on how to obtain the founding Titan. Annie even suggests marrying into the royal family, which Berthold was against. They also speculate that whoever is in power are not subjects of Ymir, because they would be considered to have tainted blood. Annie then comments on how she doesn't have the charm to seduce a man, to which Berthold disagrees with, This leads to Reiner's plan to become soldiers. Annie raises her concerns about the time they have left, which is 10 years, and they continue to discuss their plan to draw out the Founding Titan by destroying the other walls. However, the Founding Titan has enough power to turn everything around on them with just one roar. So it is very risky. Reiner states that humanity's fate is riding on them as he uproots a tree like a badass. He declares that he has realized what they are here for. The next differences take place during the scene where Annie is tailing our old friend from Season 3. Kenny! In the manga, Annie is shown thinking to herself about how something about Kenny seems different from the other top royal government officials, and that by following him, maybe she will be able to reach the King of the Walls. The scene plays out as it did in the anime, however, in the manga we see her escape into the sewers, as Kenny gives up on the chase, joking that he didn't need a daughter who tried to kick him to death anyways. There was also a scene in the manga of Eren and John having a fight as usual, and Reiner breaks it up. Annie is seen in the background looking done with all this shit, and who can blame her, she's pretty much doing all the work. When Reiner helps out Eren in the anime and gives him some motivational words, one slight thing that the anime left out was Eren saying that, if I don't change something, John is gonna be right. This bit of dialogue shows that despite how headstrong the Eren Yeager we knew back in Season 1 was, the things that John and some others may say about him really did get to him eventually. In this moment of weakness, Reiner was the one to help him back on his feet, by telling him the motto of this channel, and the thing that stuck with Eren, and that is to keep moving forward. Reiner is seen remembering certain events such as when they killed Marco, when they killed the Titans that Hanji had captured, when they revealed to Eren who they really were, and as well as the last time he ever saw Bertolt, before they had the final battle at Shiganshina. Seeing these panels holds so much more meaning when remembering the betrayal Eren must have felt, when he found out that they were the enemy, and also why Reiner feels so conflicted to the point where he attempted suicide. The final change was also a minor one because it involves that soldier that Falco helped. In the manga he thanked Falco, but for the most part I am happy to see how Mappa handled this scene, especially the quote that the soldier told Falco. For some odd reason it connects really well with what Reiner told Eren. Despite being a minor character, it was a very heavy scene that was well done in the anime, and overall, despite a lot of cut content, this episode's animation was beautifully executed. Anyways, that's it for episode 3. Comment down below on what you thought about the episode, and consider subscribing for more Attack on Titan content. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to
進み続けた者にしかわからない。